The MAGA movement's embrace of Andrew Cuomo is reflective of Donald Trump's understanding that this would be the best mayor for him. Not the best mayor for New York City, not the best mayor for New Yorkers, but the best mayor for Donald Trump as his administration.
We need a mayor who can stand up to Donald Trump, who can get the funding that New York deserves, who can make sure the National Guard does not come to New York. I can stand up to Trump. Trump will go through Mamdani like a hot knife through butter.
New York City mayoral candidates Zohran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo speaking ahead of today's election. Bloomberg's Myles Miller joins us now from Brooklyn Bridge Park, who's been monitoring this election. Myles, what are the signs we've seen so far? Is this Mamdani's election in the bag, essentially, at this point?
Well, what I'll say is the winds of change appear to be blowing here in Brooklyn Bridge Park, and that's probably what's going to happen during this election, of course. Mamdani is looking at a margin that is probably somewhere between 45 and 50 percentage points, and what he told me this morning is no matter what the margin is, he believes it's a mandate for change in this city. Mamdani is, of course, pitching a very populist plan to have free childcare, to make the buses free, taxing the wealthy, and to freeze the rent. How do you get any of those things done is very different depending on who you ask. To make the buses free, you have to figure out a way to fund those bond obligations the MTA has. To make childcare universal and free, you have to figure out a way to pay for all of it. But that's the pitch he made to New Yorkers. It appears that that is what many New Yorkers like to hear. But there are other New Yorkers who think Andrew Cuomo coming back wouldn't be such a bad thing because they saw what he did as governor for 10 years here in New York.
I mean, a disgraced governor leaving Albany before his term was over, and now appears to be much closer to Donald Trump than he was then. How do New Yorkers deal with that?
Yeah, he says he's the only one who could take on Donald Trump. But then you saw yesterday Donald Trump really putting, the brakes to that and saying, wait, hold on, take me on. You're the best person that I think could take this job. I'm going to endorse you. Cuomo said because he didn't call him, it wasn't an endorsement. It wasn't a tacit endorsement. But we saw it for what it is, an endorsement of Cuomo by Donald Trump. Does that mean he could take him on? And also, would that endorsement actually matter? It's so late in the race. A lot of people have already made up their minds. We talked about this earlier today. 730,000 plus people have already voted. And when all is said and done today, will this endorsement matter? Probably not. But one thing that's really important to note is that Mamdani has said he would work with Donald Trump on affordability because that's what Donald Trump campaigned on, right? To make groceries cheaper, to make the gas cheaper, and, of course, to make medicine cheaper as well.